Hayek, Dr. Naji, thank you so much for joining us here in Sydney and Australia. A lot going on, and I know you're here to support our Lebanese community and the diaspora more widely. Now, we spoke a little bit before. Could you tell me a little bit about what you hope to achieve from this visit?
Thank you for hosting me. You know, as everybody knows, Lebanon is going through very hard times these days, and the population of Lebanon is suffering. All the population, maybe some are suffering more than the others, but the situation is not well. And we are certainly hoping for a ceasefire, but it doesn't look good so far. So the main purpose of my trip here is to see all the Lebanese, to see the Lebanese from all different political factions, hoping that they will all agree on one view towards Lebanon, to keep their disparities and their differences apart, to keep their problems between their different sects and the different religions apart, and to look towards a Lebanon, the Lebanon that we lived in the 70s, the Lebanon that we hope that our kids will live in peacefully. These Lebanese people have to stick together, have to have one hope and work towards and for the well-being of Lebanon as one united country, as a country free from all occupations, and as a country where the rule of law rules, and where the government is the sole holder of weapons, and where the Lebanese government, the Lebanese army, and the Lebanese police is its only armed part of the Lebanese population. No militias, no guns outside the army, no guns outside the police. One country, army strong enough to defend the country and to keep it free.
Very clear demands, and I know for a fact there are many people just like yourself working for that. Unity is a key theme for the Lebanese population and community around the world. If you had one ask of the Australian federal government as part of this trip, what would you say to our government?
I will have more than one request, but the main request is for the Australian government to assist the Lebanese army, because we need a very strong Lebanese army, and the Lebanese army is strong in their human power, in their men that have proved themselves throughout the years. I had the honor to serve in the Lebanese army, and what the Australian government can do is send us weapons, send us technologies, help the Lebanese army become stronger, because the Lebanese army is for all the Lebanese, will contribute to the unity of the country. This is the main.
So just on that a little bit, how would this support from the Australian federal government help families in Lebanon right now, and then later we can touch on about how that would create more unity in the political party?
I think that the Lebanese people in Lebanon now are receiving lots of aids, especially for the displaced, lots of aids from the Australian government and from many other governments. So these governments are doing their duties, and they are assisting very nicely. So we hope that this assistance will extend to the Syrians that are refugees in Lebanon, so should help them so they can return safely to their country. And for them to return safely to their country is already in peace. They need financial assistance. They need assistance with rebuilding their homes, and this will be the first step towards a good and sustainable peace in the Middle East.
Thank you. We spoke a little bit earlier about how this government support can aid Lebanon, not just in the humanitarian efforts, but with weapons. If there was that support for Lebanon around the world with regards to that issue, how would that support a well-functioning government structure in Lebanon?
The first thing that we need to do is to have a ceasefire. The ceasefire is very important because sustainable government and a free government is hard under fire. So we need to have a ceasefire. You know that there is no president of the Lebanese Republic, and we need the Speaker of the House to call for election. And the elections are free. So the MPs, the member of parliaments, will come and elect the president. This is a very important step because the president of Lebanon is the symbol of the real state, and it's good to have. It's not enough for a government right now to run the function without the president. So we need to elect a president. We need to have a new government that represents the people. The people are represented by the parliament that was elected in 2022, and this government is older than 2022. So we need a new government, a new president, a new government. These people can at least sign a ceasefire, deal with the different countries in the world, and deal with the United Nations, deal with the U.S., deal with the problems with Israel. This is very important. It starts here. Then we can all have a defense strategy. By this defense strategy, we will know how to defend Lebanon, and Lebanon will be defended by arming the army, by giving weapons to the army, by adequate diplomacy, by using the power of the Lebanese diaspora, and by having Lebanon. Having the Lebanese government and the Lebanese state stay away from problems and use the principle of neutrality.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you for your time. All the best in this next chapter, and good luck on helping unify all the best efforts in Lebanon to ensure that it becomes the Lebanon that we know it should be.
Thank you very much.